Welcome viewers back to Phoenix Point, where we are ready with the A team in the Masked Manticore, about to clear Haven Katapa from Pandorans. Let's go ahead and deploy. At the end of last mission, we had these people all set to go. So here we go. It's going to be Sophia, Jacob, Omar, Takeshi, Irina, accompanied by Aphid, the Espida, deploying squad. Nobody is that badly corrupted, so no need to cure anybody. We're going to take a minute here while this loads to beg you for your likes, your subscriptions, and your comments. Go ahead if you're enjoying this series at all, even if it's years after publishing. I'd love to hear your comments. And now for the mission. This is an Anu settlement, and we expect some big ugly thing inside of here has taken over and infected this settlement. We're also dealing with the disciples. That looks like, oh, it's mind controlled. Yeah, so we're gonna have to deal with mind controlled civilians as well. I guess we'll have to take those out to start before we get in there and deal with the beast itself. I hope there's no reinforcements. I don't think we can reach up on top of that building with an initial boom blast, unfortunately. So we're all going to have to seek shelter. It's possible we could run somebody up there, but it would be a long run. What about sniping? We do have a sniper here. She notices a mind fragger on that guy's face. Okay, he's mind controlled with the mind fragger. That's not so bad. Maybe if we could shoot it. Unfortunately, just like no possible way we can shoot that guy without being up here. There's something. Okay, that actually seems like a viable place to send our sniper. She can vanish if she needs to, so right now we'll send her up there. Keep her in this cover. She does see another mind fragger, or a mind fragged enemy. This time it's another assault. Okay, having an assault unit on ground is a better chance for us to do something. Let's keep moving her up to the top.
Tango spotted.
Okay, now we're seeing an egg up there at the top, and that's all, just a new egg. Everything else has already been seen. She's going to continue climbing. Alright, and it looks like a mist sentinel is out in the back also. That's already preparing to spout some mist, unfortunately, even though it hasn't seen us. Okay, she has a good line up on a shot maybe next turn. Maybe we can save some of these guys from the mind fraggers and turn them to our side. I do have the ability to move pretty quickly, so I don't see why we wouldn't. Let's move. Who is this? Takeshi? Yeah, let's have Takeshi run forward and see if he can shoot that thing right off your face. Ah, there's a real enemy, a Triton around the corner. That's unfortunate. What are your chances of actually hitting this mind fragger? Oof. Not so great. Okay, on second thought, what if we concentrate all of our shooting on the Triton over there? We might even have a grenade, since Takeshi should be able to reach into his backpack and pull a grenade out. I think a flame grenade on that Triton would be worth it. And I think he should be able to hit it from here and still remain in cover. Uh-oh. We're seeing even more. That's an Arthron that time, all the way on the other side. That Arthron is a pincher Arthron, so we're not too terrified of that. Let's stick to the plan. Lob a grenade at the Triton.
I've got this. Watch this.
Let's see if we can do something good for a change. There we go. That thing's on fire. 40 fire, 40 flame, 30 bleed. Let's remember what flame does. Burning applies that damage to each body part at the start of the turn, subtracting armor. So this thing has 10 to 20 armor, so it's going to take 30 points per body part. That isn't going to be enough to disable arms in one turn. Plus, it has regeneration 10, which it's applied to each body part. So we're not going to be disabling with that, but if it moves, it's going to take a lot of damage from the flame, as flame damage seems to be amplified if you keep moving.
Ready.
Okay, Jacob can probably step here and do an assist. If he goes there, he's going to see that Arthron, but that thing's really far away. We've also got this guy who's going to come around the corner with a shotgun, so we do want to set up some overwatch there. Another option is we move Omar up. We could do a boom blast there with Omar, but that's going to destroy the flame, so that's not the greatest idea. I think what we do is get Jacob up here and set him up on an overwatch so he can guard against this guy. This guy will probably shoot from where he is, this assault trooper. He's carrying a shotgun though. He's also got an armor to head mutation, so he's immune to daze. Is this one the same? Are they all sporting this armored head? You'd think that would make them immune to mind fraggers as well, but it doesn't. Yeah, so these guys are the same. They're going to try to close and use those shotguns. Shotguns aren't going to be effective, except at short range. I think if we move here... Oops. And check the shot here. We could kill the Arthron. I mean not the Arthron, the Triton. But then we wouldn't have anything left for the Overwatch. What about you, Sophia? You could definitely kill it if you could see it, but it doesn't look like you can see it from here. I think I'd rather have your shotgun out instead of your axe right now. So let's see if we had your shotgun, you would see it.
Tango spotted.
Uh-oh. Okay, that's new. There's an Acheron here also. Boy, this is going to be... You guys are in for some treats. This is going to be a lot of trouble. We're going to have to take out all of these things before we even approach the final enemy in its lair there. So, it does pay to start with the Triton here.
Eyes peeled.
We will use a shotgun blast at it. Should probably kill it. Yep. Alright, Jacob, I want you to be thinking about this. I guess this guy can't come across here, but he can go through the center. So maybe that's what we want you to do, is keep your Overwatch that way.
Nothing's getting past me.
Now, Aphid should be our backup to go and absorb some hits, but also keep us healed and maybe even capture some of these scarier prey. I think for now, Aphid is just going to keep close. Maybe provide us with some mobile cover by moving here to protect Sophia's back. That might get in the way of that Overwatch we just set up, but we'll see.
I can make a difference.
We'll put you, Omar, on the Deceptor. Unfortunately, it takes 3 to set up an Overwatch for you. So we might just keep you hidden for now. Maybe we'll jump you, actually. If we get you up here, that'll give you a good location to boom blast from, and I don't think you'll be much of a target. I'm guessing this is eggs right here? An unexpected encounter right on the edge there, so that does put Omar in extreme danger. I guess we should go around here and have the aphid at least reveal what that is, if possible. Yeah, that is a close combat Disciples of Anu Berserker. Totally unexpected. That might be the end for Omar, actually. Those Anu Berserkers can hit hard. He's really close. He's probably within combat range. It's just a question of whether he sees Omar, who's up there. Omar was hidden, so there's a chance he doesn't jump up. Aphid doing its job, taking some shots for the team. And here comes the first of the assault troopers trying to close the range. Ooh, even at that range, we're taking pretty decent damage from those shotguns. Alright, and this guy is going up, despite Omar being invisible. Ouch. Okay, we resisted the damage initially. He jumped back down. Some bleeding, but not nearly as much damage as I thought we might take there. Now we're getting shot at from across the map by something that's out of sight. Boy, this is a travesty already. An venomous Myrmidon from the rear. Another Berserker. So boy, there is at least 10 enemies on the map right now. And yeah, Aphid taking some hits. Okay, Aphid's gonna have to go back and deal with that Myrmidon, I think. Up here, worst case was Omar. Omar,
what's the plan?
Took an arm disable, so he's sort of useless where he is. He's going to have to jump down and get healed. I think that's first action is, yeah, Omar, you're in bad shape, buddy. Let's jump you down. Gonna immediately use Aphid there to heal you, which will recover you fully. Don't let it happen again. And then we're gonna have the Aphid head back here to deal with this venomous Myrmidon and maybe get into some slightly better cover. I think we're also going to have to start performing sort of a retreat in force here to try to lay some traps, because well, we do have Yggdrasil grenades available. We don't have a lot of flame, and we're in quite a bit of danger here, especially Omar. I think we're going to have to get Sophia to back off, maybe around to this corner, and get some overwatch on Omar to protect him. And I think we're going to have to do the same with Takeshi. Takeshi does have an Yggdrasil, could probably take that Arthron out, actually. Also, I'm not sure what an Yggdrasil grenade is going to do to a mind-fragged Disciples of Anu. It's possible that the Yggdrasil has full effect on these guys because they do have Pandoran genes. Haven't played enough to know, really. Okay, in your backpack you do have a flame grenade available, Jacob. So I want to see fire everywhere, basically. Let's see what we can do with some flames. We could put one on him. We could put one over here. We can't quite get one on that dangerous Arthron back there. And I think they're going to be coming through this door here. Let's actually hit this guy up here. Alright, that did a little bit. He is burning his rider, his mindfragger that's right in his face. Took a lot of damage. And now we can set up an overwatch here if we want. I suspect they don't have grenades. I also think that you're going to take a lot of hits if you just stand there in the open, so I want you to back off. There's a Myrmidon approaching from the back that we're going to have to remember. So yeah, let's pull you into this building.
I'm on the move.
That should be relatively safe. Sophia, what does your grenade loadout look like? You do have a flame grenade, so let's get that one ready. I'd really love it if you could pitch it through this building and land over there. What are the chances? Very slim. You can't pitch it over the building either, so your arm just isn't good enough at throwing things up in the air. We could put a Yggdrasil grenade on that, but I think I want to save those for later. So yeah, let's keep that option open. What we're actually going to do with you, I think, is chase down this Myrmidon back here. So maybe a double dash toward the Myrmidon. You still can't see it there, so a second dash should bring you to where you can see it. This might be a shotgun blast, actually. I think you'll have enough points to do a shotgun blast here. Right now, with this weapon, it's not looking like a kill. So let's take a quick look at what the shotgun option is like.
Taking aim.
That is way more like it. Unfortunately, it's also not a kill. And you are probably within detonation range, but I'm not sure. Let's see. Let's just do that shot. Okay. We didn't kill it. We did take out its torso, but I don't think that's where its weapon is, so, Torso disabled and bleeding. It took a lot of damage, but not enough to make me feel safe. And it's certainly not bleeding enough, so she's in danger. This is going great.
Can't wait.
Okay, Takeshi, you have a grenade, an Yggdrasil grenade. I think I've already looked in your backpack. I think I want to save that, and what we're going to do is move you back somewhere and cover Omar. In fact, let's move you all the way back to here.
Let's rock.
And you can't do an overwatch there. Damn. I thought that was 2 full bars, but it's not. So it looks like Omar's going to be in for a world of hurt again. We're going to run you all the way back here in that case. And Irina, maybe you're here to save us. Unfortunately, we flamed that guy who's really probably our best bet at something you could take out. You also see an egg. Yeah, I think you're going to shoot at this thing.
Finger on the trigger.
Unfortunately, that guy's in the fire. There we go. He is now under Phoenix control, so he's actually just going to sit there and draw fire. Good. Irina is going to back up. Maybe even hop down. So this guy over here is the biggest threat in terms of ranged weapons right now. This guy will have to come through, so he's going to shoot Omar. This guy may come down and hit Omar, and this will come across and possibly hit Omar, so all of you guys are in danger. I think Irina is actually going to vanish. How do we do that? Oh, she has to move to vanish. Okay, so just move here and vanish. Alright. We alerted the sentinel. It's okay, it was already spewing mist. Alerted doesn't really seem to mean anything else on these guys. The Acheron's coming. And here comes the Berserker. He jumps all the way down and runs for Omar as predicted. Oh, he has a shotgun in his pocket that he misses with. That's good. Hopefully he doesn't get 2 shots. Arthron does have a grenade launcher, but it's going to use the machine gun instead. And then the Venomous Myrmidon, it is running away. That's good. So I think it still has a weapon, but it's going to be less of a nuisance. That guy up top was overwatching, and then this Arthron may be close enough to damage. No, still not close enough to do any damage. Great. Okay. That turn went a lot better than I expected. They are shooting at their buddy, which is annoying, but he's serving his purpose. And there's still more. Another Triton. Okay, that Triton looks nasty too. He's got armor and a assault rifle. What can we do here? I'd really like to take out the mine fraggers.
Ready, willing, and able.
We could probably actually do that with Irina's pistol.
Come get some.
Maybe. Especially if she sits here using quick aim. Not sure if it's totally worth doing this, but seems like a good 50-50 chance there.
Ready
Maybe
to fire.
she'll do 2 of those. Just in case.
Targeting. Ready to fire.
Okay, we hit the guy and not his... not his mindfragger. We'll do one more free shot, using a lot of her willpower for this. She did lose her invisibility, which is annoying. One last chance.
Not.
Okay, we're switching to the big gun. Unfortunately, 1 shot left, and we're gonna have to move to use it, so we'll move here. Maybe worth free shots. Let's keep doing free shots. We can use up all of your willpower up here.
Steady.
Until we get one. No, we want the other guy. We're still not getting it. One more. Lots of pistol shots from her.
Target.
Alright, and now we're moving into the non-free pistol shots, so at this point I might as well use the real sniper rifle. Could shoot the mine fragger, or we could shoot this guy. He's not going to die, so let's shoot the mine fragger.
Enemy down, I think.
At least that gives us another player. Alright, let's see what we can do with these guys. Can this guy shoot his friend? Not really. Maybe you can get down there and help him, though. What are the chances you die on the way down there? Pretty high. Oh, yep, too high. I was hoping you'd get there and have a chance to punch him, but nope, not gonna happen. Which is a testament to the power of those flame grenades. I should have thrown them on the ground there, clearly. Omar.
Standing by.
Omar. Let's come back to you, Omar.
Receiving loud and clear.
Sophia here can do her patented run forward and shoot it with you with a shotgun. She does want to maintain enough move to back off.
Taking aim.
And she's not going to get through that shield, so she'd have to get behind him. Instead, does she have a good grenade? Just the flame. Damn.
Comms online.
Omar could step over here. What happened to the... Oh, this is the Berserker. Okay.
Yes.
So the Berserker's going to help us out. If Omar gets out of the
Standing by.
way instead of charging forward, we might have a shot at killing this guy with the Berserker. We still have that Triton over there to deal with. What does your shot here look like?
Clear shot.
Potentially pretty good if we get in there.
Attack successful.
Okay. That wasn't really worth it. We dropped a leg, but he's still going to be close enough to do some serious damage. Let's just run you straight back, I guess. Oh, that's going to be in range of the Triton, though, isn't it? I think we want to run you this way.
I'm on the move.
Okay, Sophia here. can now probably disable the Arthron shield, or no?
Took one down.
And then she can go back into hiding. Aphid unfortunately can't go over there in time to save our friend. So maybe just back off so you're not a huge target. Take out some of our cover while you're doing that. That's great.
Ready, willing,
And then Jacob. Jacob is always so enthusiastic. You'd really have to make a stretch shot to get this guy, but he could head over to this cover, and that might be a good position for him. If he's there, he is going to be in danger maybe from this Berserker or this Triton. This Triton's really the only other ranged assaultant. There's this guy and the Triton. I think we concentrate on that guy next. Might be able to get a grenade. Do you have any grenades left? Yes, you have the Yggdrasil. So let's do a sprint over here and see if you can do anything useful. Could run to here, or sprint to here, or potentially sprint all the way to here. Let's do that. Sprint behind this statue. Did you get a line of sight from there? Yes. So yeah, let's sprint there.
No rest for the wicked.
And then this is your shot with your gun. It does say it's going to be a kill, but there's a lot of spread on there. Yeah, do we shoot this? Maybe biased down like this? Oh, but then it's going to miss completely. Let's try there. Blocking the shot with your shield, but you did a good job. Thank you. Sophia, you're good there. Okay, Takeshi, you can start moving forward to deal with this Triton next, I think. The Triton's probably either going to step here and shoot at us down this hall, or he's just going to shoot at that guy. It's another option. Akron could resurrect corpses, which is a pain, so maybe it's time to start shooting the Akron. I think you're going to dash forward. And Akron.
Aiming.
Not really a great shot there. What about the grenade?
Let's see now.
Yeah, you could hit the Akron with that grenade. I'm not sure that's going to do much. Might be better to try to land it here and hit them both. Good luck with that. Okay, we did manage to hit them both. Fantastic, yeah, and those grenades do a lot. Okay, that Triton ran a little bit backward. Takeshi, I don't think there's a lot of danger in moving you forward now, so let's move you a little bit forward, keep you out of the fire. And likewise, Aphid, I think you're safe to move forward as well. Maybe not too far forward, but seems like a good spot here. Let's just take out that tree. Oh, and Irina still has a little bit of move left. I think she's going to stay there. It'd be nice to get her on this tower, or get her somewhere where she can start plinking at the Akron. I'm a little worried that another Triton shows up from the flank, so maybe we'll leave you there for this turn. Sentinel's still spewing its mist. That mist cloud's getting pretty big. Berserkers just wants to hang out and use its overwatch. It looks like this Myrmidon might be fleeing. That's weird. It's eventually going to die. 9 more turns. That was an 8-point, maybe a resurrect. Ooh. And an unexpected jump to the top where it spits some goo at Omar. Disciples Band Assault turns around and shoots the Berserker. we got a panic because of a dying Anu soldier. I don't think we would have panicked over that, honestly.
Our move.
Okay, the question is this Triton. This Triton is down to 150. It lost arms on one side. It doesn't appear to have a regeneration torso. Great. So it's dead. It's disabled to the point where it can't use this weapon. It's going to die in 2 more turns, so I think we can ignore it. So the Berserker is a threat. This Assault is a significant threat, and that's it. I think the Acheron is kind of a pushover compared to the rest. Can we get up there and just blast it? Oof, Omar's torso is disabled, so that's, of the things that could have been disabled, that's probably the least to worry about. Except that it disables his jump, which is what I was going to use. Okay, no big deal. Takeshi, can you dash through and get this guy's facehugger off? Okay, that was a will reset too, so that should have helped us from panicking. So I guess the reason we panicked there was because we let her will get too low. We actually used like all of her will points that turn. We do see a few things here. We see the Assault with a facehugger. We see the other Berserker with a facehugger. Triton, like I said, is going to die. The Acheron up there can probably resurrect corpses from up there, and that's going to be a pain. I wish Irina hadn't panicked, because she could probably take its face off. Okay. We do have a shotgun option here. So let's take a look at how either of these will play out. We do want to shoot this. Unfortunately, it's going to be a bunch of shots, so we're probably going to hurt the guy. We'll aim at a corner like this. Maybe that'll be better. Yeah.
Kill confirmed.
Okay, didn't do any damage to the guy underneath the mask. Excellent. We could probably take a second shot. Nope, only 1 action left, so we're not taking a second shot. Instead, we're going into the building and hiding. Okay, Sophia. Sophia really wants to get into the fray, possibly kill that Berserker, possibly kill this thing. Her willpower is still looking great. If she dashes a whole bunch,
maximum effort.
She might be able to get on top of this tower, but yeah, not looking good. We could maybe catch that thing on fire.
Let's try this.
That couldn't hurt. Or we could catch it and Takeshi on fire. Oh, nice. Didn't even occur to me that we might bring it down to this level with that attack. So that's fun. Unfortunately, our aphid can't get in there to try to disable it. I think Omar, though,
let's make this happen,
has a pretty decent shot. We do want to get the head. Almost no chance of taking the head out with this gun. Torso we could take out. Maybe we'll aim a little bit. Yeah, we'll center the head more or less. Probably not going to get it. Somehow got a leg.
Ready.
Still have Jacob. Jacob could reach here and shotgun it or use various weapons. He has plenty of will left too. So let's see your double dash. Yeah, point blank into the face. Only question is shotgun or the Danchev. I think we'll use the Danchev. And that is a very tight shot into the head.
Gotcha.
Alright, plus 30 acid damage, 20 bleed. Yeah, it's not dead, but it's pretty much out of the picture. It still might be able to spray stuff at us. It still has arms. Arms can do neurotoxic spray, disabling body parts for 1 turn. That's an annoyance, but they don't do a lot of damage as far as I remember.
I'm here.
Disciples of Anu Berserker has a little bit of move, but he's mostly paralyzed. We can get him in range of the Aspida, and the Aspida can heal him. Not sure if the heal takes off paralysis. but I'm sure he appreciates that, regardless. We also have Disciple of Anu Assault, but he is out of moves for this turn.
Guess it's my turn.
And Irina is still panicked. Aphid, we're wondering if you can get through here. Maybe drive into those flames and see if there's a way through there. And Sophia. There's not much danger in moving forward. I think we're going to move forward to the left, though. Alright, let's see what they do. More mist coming out of the Mist Sentinel. Might be at the limits of what it can do now, and it looks like they did get an a Chiron reinforcement. And there's a visible Mindfragger. Plus a Berserker who's going to heal his friend. Ooh. No limb restoration, luckily. But that does let him stay on the board a little longer. Another Mindfragger. And the Atlas is going to try to, what? Resurrect corpses? I'm not sure what that mist does. I guess that's could be a pepper spray? Ooh, that looked like a different one. So both of those are going to give us some status effects. And some goo onto Sophia. Thanks, buddy. Right over in the corner, our Myrmidon friend is wandering aimlessly.
Need to catch my breath.
Okay, Jacob, what exactly happened to you? That didn't look great. You got slowed and trembling. Okay, is that consistent with what this guy does? Confusion Cloud, he didn't use that. Corruptive Cloud, he may have done that. He tried to resurrect corpses and tried to do a Corruption Cloud, I think is what happened there. Not sure where the Trembling... I thought Trembling was from Pepper Spray, but I didn't see any in that list. Okay, first things first, this Acheron has to go. It does have a lot of hit points, but we can at least shoot those arms off. I think we might need to shoot both of them, so that's what you're good at. That's going to hit your friend, though. Let's aim at this one first. And got one arm.
Acquiring target.
Alright, if we shoot up here, we can get the other arm.
Gotcha.
Okay, both arms out. Good. Torso's still there, but I think taking out both of its arms disables all of its abilities. Or at least most of them. Maybe it still has some abilities on the other parts. Let's actually take a look from Takeshi's perspective.
Preparing to fire.
Because hovering over these will tell us, yeah, that's just bleed. Plus it's a kill. And the clouds come from the husk, so let's finish it off.
See you in the next.
Okay. And then maybe you'll get lucky with a shot from here, but I doubt it. So I think we're going to try to hit those guys with this other Berserker. Oof. Wow. You guys do not get a lot of move, do you? Alright, moving there. Overwatching. Maybe you'll take out one Mindfragger. And then I thought you had a living friend still, but oh right, he's way over here. Okay, let's bring Aphid back and see if we can cure the torso damage here. Or does it matter? Might not matter, she's fine. Sophia is itching to go in and slay with her axe. I think over here we're gonna take some shots at that sentinel, maybe? But we can't. It's not enough action points. Okay, because you were panicked, you still can't do anything this turn, which is awful. So yeah, remember, panic is terrible. We don't want to get that low on willpower.
Yes.
Channel open.
Alright, Aphid can squeeze through, so that's nice. Maybe Aphid can actually go after that Chiron. There is a guy there with a weapon that we want to take out first, though, so... Can Takeshi do anything about that? Not really. What if you dashed? Can't dash for some reason. Ah, you have 2 left. Yeah, I think what we're going to have to do with Takeshi is just overwatch from there. And maybe we'll spend a turn recouping and getting our willpowers back. In fact, Sophia used 7. You might as well just do a recover here. This guy wants to get past Aphid, so Aphid's going to step back. And we'll send this berserker forward.
Moving up.
He's been mind-fragged before. He has no fear of the mind-fraggers. No remaining fear, that is. Omar. Omar can jump again. Omar is getting up to the top for the second try. Still trembling, has the shakes. Doesn't like the sight of that Chiron, but everything else actually looks pretty tame in comparison to what we've seen so far. You're gonna hang there. I don't think your Warcry would reach anyway. What you can do though is vanish. Yeah. You could also deploy decoy. That is a fantastic idea, although for some reason you can only deploy it up here on the ground next to you. That seems like a terrible idea. Let's vanish instead. We'll vanish and move you 1 square over. Aphid, hold still, and let's see what the enemy does. That sentinel's still spewing the mist. I don't think its mist area can get any bigger than it already is, so... Oh, no, it still looked like it was spreading a tiny bit. Here come the mindfraggers. Right outside of our ambush range, of course. Oh. But it did get shot midair. I don't know if we killed it. That was kind of odd. Karan Fuji... Yeah, it does look like we killed it midair. Some fireworms, it looked like, coming in the back. And then we did get a shotgun blast, which freed his friend, unfortunately. Didn't last long. Alright, we do have a bunch of worms to contend with, I think. There's just one that's visible. Something the aphid can zap easily. I'm a little worried that the others are just out of vision, but it could be that they're actually gone. Irina, you do have a shot here. And you've recovered 13 willpower already, so that's fantastic. Let's not waste your shot on that, or should we? Yeah, let's shoot it, I guess, just in case, because it can wake up eggs near it. What's the shot look like? Yeah, okay. We'll take it out. We probably should have used your quick aim there. You can shoot down here with your pistol.
Nice.
And that worm is not relevant for at least the short term. Okay, I'd really like to start putting damage on that Chiron there, but we're going to be a little safer. We're going to punch our friend in the face. And I guess we'll just have you hang there. And then you do have a berserker buddy who can charge forward and try to get in that Chiron's face. Sophia is going to follow that up with a charge forward. She does have full willpower again, I believe. Yep. Takeshi, likewise, ready to charge. We do have a couple eggs up there that we're going to have to take out from range, I think. But I think we're all just running forward this turn. Maybe we can get some shots off onto that Chiron.
Eyes peeled.
Can't hurt just pumping it full of bullets, right? Heavy leg, abdomen. You know what? It's got thick armor. We don't really have any weapons. I think getting closer is a better idea. These guys don't have any... Ooh. Never mind. He's got heavy armored limbs, so he does have a melee attack with the heavy legs and the armored limbs. So let's not get too close. Maybe to here. And Jacob, you're going to get close as well. I hope that that's not an area effect attack. We'll see. Potentially we could just zap this. In fact, we might as well do that. That's like 9 turns of paralysis, so that probably guarantees a capture there. Depending on how long the rest of this mission takes. And Irina, what have you got? You got nothing.
Comms online.
Omar. Omar could start shooting grenades at things. In fact, a boom blast would be a nice thing to throw at that Chiron. Yeah, 11 willpower, boom blast it is. He'd also like to vanish first, because if you are vanished... Unfortunately, vanish takes an action point, so never mind. We're just gonna shoot. If it was vanished, he'd do double damage, I think, with the grenade launcher. Double-ish. Let's try to strip some armor off this thing. Goliath grenades are pretty expensive, but they're effective at removing armor. They're pretty much the only way we know.
Attack successful.
Alright, that was everybody's move. Miss Sentinel continues to spew. We'll take it out next turn for sure. There is a fireworm on a roof there. And that Triton is still... It's not bleeding, so he's not going to die. I guess we should take him out. This thing is bleeding though, and it is going to be bleeding for a while. Chiron Fuji says it's going to step away and do another worm attack. Close range worms. And we get a reaction shot on it. Nice. Okay, what do we do about the worms? I think you have a stomp. Perform shock attack affecting 5 tile radius. Dazing targets. Shock damage falls off with range. Maybe not worth that. He's also got a strike using this thing, so he could do a lot of strike damage. Only 1 worm in range for a strike though, right? And I don't think you'll get more than 1. So maybe step over here and strike this one. And we'll try to creep you closer.
I'm going.
And what do we see? Probably more worms, right? Or maybe the eggs? Oh no, he sees this thing. Okay, we have visual on this guy. What is this guy exactly? The corruption node. Disgusting mouth parts gibbering. Corruption node. 1200 hit points, 39 out of 50 will. That's a lot. Doesn't really have any abilities except for viral pulse and ability mass hatch. So when we rush in to take it out, we want to take it out fast. 1200 damage, that's no joke. We can probably do that in 1 or 2 turns though.
Moving.
If everybody concentrates. Okay, Sophia, I'm pretty sure you can get there and take this guy out with a dash, right? close.
Pushing on.
Alright, she does get it. She could shotgun him. Don't think shotgun is the key to winning though. What's it look like if we hit you with the hatchet? Hatchet is 168 damage, and it's 2, so yeah, it's not really that great. I think shotgun's a better bet. Unfortunately,
Acquiring target.
it's going to take a few hits. I don't think head or torso really matters. I think we'd rather take out these legs to minimize the chance that it hits us with them. We do have another berserker here. He's got a terrible pistol or a pretty hefty hammer. And he can get here and do a blow with that thing. You know what? We might actually trade that hammer to one of our guys if possible. Okay, disable the torso. No more attacks though. Actually, let's have you step back one, just in case it wants to attack. Takeshi Sato. Okay, so we need to take out 2 more worms. If we don't take these worms out, we're gonna be sorrowful. So, does a punch do it? It looks like it. A punch did not do it, but it did daze it. So we could get here and take another punch, or we could get here and shotgun it. Let's go over here and shotgun this one. Let's just make sure daze does what I think it does. Action points reduced to 1 and accuracy halved. So these guys can explode. I think you're still going to be in explode range. Make sure to kill the other one. And the Takeshi, there's a fireworm up there. That thing can jump down, probably. I think what we do is make sure that this one's actually out. Shoot. Oh yeah, we can move here. Alternatively, we could get closer to that, but I think we want to move here and zap this worm just so it doesn't blow us all up. Electric strike. Great. And then that gives Takeshi a chance to fire his weapon twice at this thing. He does have the lousiest of weapons, so he's going to try to hit an unarmored area. Head still up.
I've got this.
Let's let it move back so it's facing us again. And try to... Oh, you did take the head out. That's good. Torso's gone. Head's gone. I don't think you're going to be able to take anything else out, so maybe just hit an unarmored spot. Or a less low armor spot. And then Jacob. I think Jacob has a good shot here also. At the torso. It's not going to do that much damage, unfortunately, so maybe we want to get you closer. Might as well dash you as close as possible. It also gets you out of worm range, just in case.
Targeting.
Okay, and if we hit it in the head with no armor, we might kill it. Very close. It's close enough that it's going to bleed to death, I think. Yes. Definitely bleeding to death next turn. Fantastic. Okay, that leaves you with 1 action point, so you can run toward that Triton.
Moving now.
We can also take shots through the doors and windows at this thing rather than going in there, I think. If you're fine, but Irina, yeah, start taking out these things.
Targeting.
I should have used quick aim. Didn't remember. But maybe you can hit this other one with a pistol. That's not worth it. Okay. Oops. Let's get back to you and let's actually get you off that roof and start moving you forward. Okay, we have one left. We have Omar. Omar can blow up eggs with grenades. What else could you that would be useful, Omar? I think that
I
might
know how to
be
do
your
this.
best thing you could do for us. It doesn't look like... Unfortunately, those eggs are tougher than they look. We could jump you next to one, but then it's going to hatch next turn. So that's not the greatest idea. Maybe we just start moving you forward. Is there a way to crawl up to where those eggs are? Or, yeah, there is. Okay. So why don't we do that? Why don't we move you here?
Here goes nothing.
That might be close enough that that egg hatches. Okay, lost 2 will points just for seeing that, and it's preparing. Okay, so all those eggs are going to hatch. Great. Let's get you away from them in that case. Do we want to? Yeah, let's back you off a tiny bit. Omar accidentally got a little too close. It's okay. I think we've got this in the bag. It's just a matter of time. And follow through. So, Irina, you're done. Let's see what the bad guys do. Panic to Triton. I'm enjoying that. Probably panicked this guy. He's still bleeding out. Eventually he'll die. Hopefully. And then if we can take out some worms, that would be real nice. Okay, fireworm did finally jump down. I think Irina's going to have to mop that up. And then, unfortunately, we have mind fraggers coming through. Fortunately, attacking the guys who've been mind fragged repeatedly. Oof, where's that one going? Yeah, they seem to prefer the Anu troopers to us. Okay, well that's gonna be another turn wasted, unfortunately. Looks like we got another fireworm over there. Another mind fragger. This one's probably getting one of us. Okay. It's okay. Couldn't have come at a better time. Let's start punching each other in the faces. One punch here ought to do it. Sophia. Nice. And then you might as well use your weapon on this guy as well. In fact, I suppose what you could do here is rapid clearance. And hopefully you can actually see that guy. I probably should have checked.
Targeting.
Of course you can't. So you're going to have to step, but then you won't be able to shoot him. Hold on, if you step here... Yeah, that's not going to work. Damn, okay, that was a waste then. That's too bad.
What's our plan?
Jacob, you got mind fragged, so you're useless. Disciples of Anu Berserker, you can go and punch this guy in the face. Unfortunately, it's a full move for you. What about you over here? Takeshi! Punch that guy in the face. And then maybe you can get up here and shoot the other guy in the face.
Eyes peeled.
With the edge shot like this so you don't kill him.
See you in
Very
the
nice.
next life.
Alright, and then Sophia, you can't do anything good, so unfortunately we wasted your move. Let's use this Berserker instead. Can he get back there? No. He can't either. I guess his job is to get on the other side of this thing. It's panicked. You know what Sophia can do is Overwatch toward it, and then Aphid. Is anybody here badly wounded? Doesn't really seem like it. I think Aphid might want to go back and try to take care of fireworms, but actually Irina's got it covered. She can actually quick aim and take that one out for 2 points.
Ready to fire.
That was the wrong one, wasn't it? Yep. Oh well. So do it again.
Acquiring target.
Okay, we still have a fireworm visible up here, but other than that and the Triton, I think it's time to converge on destroying this thing. I wonder if Aphid's going to be able to get in there. It doesn't look like it. So I guess Aphid is just a... Ooh. Maybe up through this way. Let's explore. Yeah, Aphid... No, it doesn't look like it. You can get to the top of the stairs and that's about it. Okay. Well, let's actually heal this guy. Since his head is damaged. And then you can go and break this bench. Omar. Not sure. Can you see it from here? No. It's not really in a position where you can see it. Somehow. Oh, maybe you just have the wrong weapon selected. There we go. Yeah, you can definitely see it from there. Let's start shooting it. In fact, let's vanish there. That way you get a shot from invisibility, and I think that gives you a lot more damage. Not enough, clearly, but it doesn't really have much but a corruption node body. Start laying down some virus damage on it. Berserker here, you've got nothing. You do have a pistol, but that pistol takes 2 points, so you can't use it. And then Assault Trooper, yeah, why don't you reload that? That's a good idea. Fireworms coming through. Oh, and a venomous myrmidon. You know what? We should drop some... Oh, whoa, that hit Omar. Okay, that's a good reason to stay out of there. I wonder if we can heal that from where he is. No, he's a little... Oh, I panicked. Crap. Okay. That's terrible. Alright, you know what? I am sick of this Triton. And while we would like you to run in there, I think you blocked the door. No, there's no way in there. And this is you can't get in there. So the only way in is the hole through which Omar entered, or up here. I guess you could come in through the top and drop down. So yeah, let's have you head up to the top. Omar took a heavy beating from that thing.
Ready-ish.
Did some viral infection, panicked him. I didn't think his will was that low. Virus subtracts 8 will points from the start of the turn. Okay, so that's why he's panicked. Alright, so that virus attack is just going to have them panicking. I don't think that's going to do anything except basically make them lose two turns in a row, which is annoying, but it's survivable. From up here, Jacob, can you get a grenade toss?
Taking action.
Yes. Okay, didn't do as much damage as I hoped, but -6 armor. We did do some corruption on it, so it's pretty low on will also, so hopefully it needs will to do that viral attack. Not clear. Sophia, I don't think Sophia has any grenades left. Oh, she does. Sophia's got a grenade left, so she's going to try to do something similar. I wish I'd moved you off the stairs, Jacob. Oh well.
Channel open.
Sophia, what's your grenade toss look like from
Let's
here?
do this.
You can hit it through that door, it looks like. I wish I could free rotate the camera better. Another 6 armor down, almost 100 points of damage.
Yes.
Okay, Berserker. You know what? I think you're going to have to run around the building.
Relocating.
Well, maybe we could get you healed while you're out there too. In fact, yeah, let's follow you with the Espida and get you healed. I'm sure you appreciate that. Sophia, you can just get closer for now. Hopefully that's out of range of the virus. Takeshi. Takeshi is out of grenades. So, not a lot you can do from this side, but maybe get you around to the other side as well. Or up here. What do we face if we're up there? There's a Myrmidon somewhere. Let's get you in there. And then sure, Irina, you gotta catch up eventually, right? Maybe if we move closer, the Myrmidon and Worm will come out. Ah, what do you see there? Do you see Myrmidon way over there? That guy gotta be close to death by now, right? 5 more turns before it's dead. Oh, you can safely ignore it for now, though. And then we have a Disciples of Anu assault. You need to run up the stairs as well. Used 11 will points for something. Fireworm got close and didn't detonate. Good. Ooh, and a poison worm. Ah, okay. Took some poison there. Oof, and destroyed the Deceptor MG. Are you kidding me? Okay. Well, at least it wasn't one of our amazing weapons, but what about you? You didn't lose your weapon, did you? No. Let's make sure we stay back out of that 30 poison. That's quite a bit. Let's get you over here and get healed.
Making haste.
That thing is super dangerous. I guess actually the poison came from a worm, so never mind, it wasn't really it, but it is pretty dangerous, especially if it's going to destroy our weapons from range like that. Still a Myrmidon in there somewhere. Omar. Oops, Omar. Let's select you this way.
Standing by.
Okay, you've got 9 will. You're okay. Let's actually pull... Oh, we can't pull you out. Ugh. Wow, you are in a bad way. Let's... Luckily, you're not taking a lot of damage. Sophia can jump up and shotgun it. I'd rather send in the cannon fodder first, though. And I don't mean you, Takeshi. I mean this guy. This guy can just run to this window here or this window here and start shooting. Yep, there's a worm down there. That's nice. Who's that gonna get? That's a fireworm, I think. Maybe worth shooting that, just because if it blows up near Omar, he could die. It's an acid worm. Not as bad as a fireworm, but we're gonna shoot it anyway, and then pull you back out of there so you don't take damage from its area effect. Sophia can actually get inside. I don't think it's wise. I'm gonna actually recover her.
Give me a minute.
Sorry, her willpower is low. Takeshi, you can take a shot from here.
Here comes the Phoenix.
So the question is, what weapon?
Lining up
This
the shot.
is 27 times 6 versus 32 times 10. Sounds better. One shot, and then we want to get you out of range. Okay, so these upstairs attacks seem like the way to go. Sophia, you're gonna go upstairs. It doesn't seem like getting down there is safe. We'll do a heal here. Pretty sure I learn this lesson every time I fight these guys. Like, shoot them from the upstairs windows. Don't try to get down on their level. Yeah, we can get closer. And then one shot left. I don't think we have the move to get in there. I don't think we want to get any closer than we are, but maybe up here is safe. Jacob, you can keep moving. Aphid, I like the idea of you just hanging out here at the bottom of the stairs. Just in case we need the heals. And Disciples of Anu Berserker feels like running in and attacking from here. Maybe we'll get a kill. Uh, 156 damage, but did not die. Okay, and then the reinforcements are arriving. Okay, that guy got bad disables, so yeah, running in, not the best idea, turns out. Don't think he panicked, though. Okay, then a Scourge Alpha and a Footpad, both bad. 30 damage there. Not sure. Okay, so these guys were close enough that they took viral damage also. Okay, so but Irina wasn't, so we want to back off to this range. Which means, what, dash in, 5 willpower? Okay, you're going to panic next turn. So we will run you in. Fire with your shotgun.
Focus.
Very nice. And that's a mission complete. It looks like we don't have to deal with anything else. Boy, those missions are stressful. This whole game is very stressful, I must say. Lots of decisions to make. Everybody is leveled up. We got a couple injuries, but not too bad. A few skill points. Let's see what happens in the aftermath. We've got another one of those to do right away. I think we might need to rest this team first. Hopefully restoring a site really brings up Anu attitude toward us. Plus, we have a lot of materials, a lot of food. We were pretty low on food. So that's nice to see. We almost have 1,000 materials. A little bit goes away when we replenish, but not too much. That's a lot of grenades in the queue. Taking a look at manufacturing. We've got a couple hours to finish an Aspida for C-Team. We're still building a Gungnir. Kind of want all this armor to get out of the way of the queue. What else is happening? The team here, you know, they're mostly okay. The Aspida is the one that really took the brunt. I think if they go straight to another haven, might be a good idea. Let's actually do a trade here before we do that. We want food. This is a... oh, they don't have anything. Okay, never mind. It's only a 4 to 6 anyway. It's a terrible trade, so not worth doing. I think we are going to send them in. How does the Aspida look? Hit points. More than half. So, yeah, there's a chance we lose the aphid if we do that. So, which means we'll have to be careful with it. Let's head them that way. We also want to make a couple buildings. So, what we are currently building 2 archaeology labs. I think we want maybe 2 more. Where are we? I wish it told us where we were building those. One of them's here, and a fab plant. I believe another one's here. No, we don't have an archaeology. Oh, we already have an archaeology lab there. Okay, so we could do another one here. I think would be a safe one. Maybe here. We're doing a fab plant there already, so I really don't want to build them in the mist, honestly. This one seems like it has plenty of space. We could do another arc lab here, maybe another research bay here. We have so much, so many materials, I kind of don't want to spend all of them, but I would like to spend some. Archaeology labs are quite cheap, in fact. What about research labs? Are those expensive? Yeah, those are quite a bit more expensive. And I think our research is actually going pretty speedy. We also don't really have a lot more research to do, so it might not be a good idea to be spending on research labs. Let's just keep spreading archaeology labs around. Maybe get another one up here. We're really going to want to start pumping out the rebuke as soon as we are able. And we've got a few heavies, so I'd like to get a few rebukes out. Alright, we're exploring there. We're moving here. What else do we have? Mass Manicore Tenuous, Inaccessible. Is Inaccessible really just going to rest? Yeah, it looks like they're bringing Charlie home. Yeah, I guess they're going to go here next to drop off the music, right. Gift not doing anything, waiting for the Aspida, and eventually going to join the scout here. And Carrier is just waiting for them to catch up. So I guess we're going to advance until this mission. And then let's just go through our team really quick. 20 skill points on Sophia here. She's waiting for 50. She wants to multi-class into Berserker. Eventually we'll have Berserker. She picked up another point of corruption, but is doing okay. Eventually we'll have grenades on her. I think we're gonna have to wait till the grenades finish. So that means we're just gonna sit there for 12 hours anyway. So actually, because of that, I think we're going to send them home so they get some hit points back and we get some rest. We do have new ground vehicle available. We're going to put it here in Phoenix Avionics. That's this one, right? Yep. And we will immediately put that into the gift. Yeah, the gift. Phoenix Avionics. Aspida. What do we want to name this Aspida? Oh, it's a nice pink color. I love the color. It looks very racy. It kind of looks like tomato. Thinking we're gonna call this one Raspberry. Just because of the color, and we will send you to the gift. So that was actually what we were waiting for in the queue. No, we've got like another day to wait before we get our grenades back, so we're gonna have to wait for that. We'll send the gift over to this site so it can hook up with the scout. Those will pair up again. And that means our next mission's probably going to be down here. So these guys, yeah, we don't really need to wait for repairs here, it looks like. I guess we were waiting for Scooby repairs. It's mostly repaired. Let's get these guys going. The carrier and Inaccessible. This one. B-team. We'll head out to the music mission. And then I guess we're going to do some trades. Rite of Giving in Our operatives are welcomed to with open arms. Today is the day of the Rite of Giving, when the disciples of Anu share food with friends and allies. After the appropriate rituals have been performed, fungi are gathered from the field of transubstantiation and processed, so they may be donated to our cause. Well, it's food. We'll accept the gift. Yeah, food 400. These fungi may be an unusual source of nutrition, but these are desperate times and humanity needs to adapt. I'm kind of confused about what's happening here, Tenuous. Oh, you're going there to pick up food. Okay. And then these guys are headed here. Musica Universalis, Harmony. O'Hearn takes the sheet music without speaking, sits down at his piano and begins to play. It's a beautiful melody full of longing and hope. Only at the end is there a discordant note as O'Hearn's expression briefly changes and his hands tremble. But the moment passes and then O'Hearn seems himself again. So I looked up James O'Hearn, and there is a musician named James O'Hearn, but he's very modern, and I don't think this is a reference to him. I want to thank you for returning this piece of myself, O'Hearn tells our operatives. I felt fragmented lately, the pressure of keeping this place going when not everyone believes in my leadership. I'm not quite the person I used to be, but I hope this will help, as strange as that may seem to you. And here's your payment, as agreed. Thank you again. Wow. Really generous payment on the materials and food and tech. Bringing us to 3,500 tech. Yeah. That's fantastic. Thank you so much, James. What next? There's really nothing down here. We're kind of out of the way for these guys. I could start sending them looking for more sites. That's a crystal quarry. This is a orichalcum mine. So we need the other two sites. Whoops. For now, they're going to have to head back up to North Africa, and maybe they'll be the ones to take on the next clear. Let's head them that direction anyway. Carrier and inaccessible. You guys can head all the way up to this Pandoran site, or this Anu site that's been taken over. It's really strange, like all of the sites we're finding now are Anu, when at the beginning of this game there were just none, and we're still low on Sinedrian sites. There's no Sinedrian sites making tech except for this small group up here. So it's been a challenge keeping our tech income up. We're going to trade here for food. Tech for food is a good trade. 2,000 food, pretty good. That means we can start heading back and doing tech trades again. I bet these ones have replenished. No tech there. Probably none here then. 1. What about way over here? 0. What about this one? 0. Okay. So no more tech to trade, unfortunately. We could trade tech for materials. Here. No materials there. Oh, we are tapping this place dry. I guess we're going to head all the way over here? Yeah, let's head over there. We'll do a tech for materials trade here, and then that will give it time to replenish the tech at the other sites. Okay, Masked Manticore arrived. Let's check manufacturing. Gungnir's still going. We're just going to let them sit there for a day to get their grenades back. We'll keep going. Pandoran Intelligence Report. An Arthron Tyrant Alpha, Triton Maniac Alpha, Pandoran Citadel, and Ascilla Xenagos. We haven't seen Ascilla yet, but I'm sure it's coming. That is a new Tyrant. A Tyrant Alpha now has a machine gun. Lots. Maybe a Tyrant already did. Lots more armor. Looks disgusting. A armored Triton Maniac. Triton Maniac has what looks like a Gauss rifle. Piercing assault rifle. Okay, that's a better weapon than we have access to, I think. Pandoran Citadel. An apex mutation is being developed in a huge cavernous structure. This poses a serious threat to human life on Earth. Yeah, well, we gotta find a citadel, don't we? And the Scylla Xenagos. Apparently, we got an intelligence report on these things. Some kind of snail spider. Disgusting. Species classification Psi Alpha, 3,900 hit points. We just fought something with 1,200, and that was hard. Considered to be the apex Pandoran creature, the specimen is believed to have strategic intelligence as well as the capability to physically control troops on a global scale. The creature is giant in size, capable of destroying buildings with its massive arms or leaping on them. Observations have shown that it is also capable of emitting mist and spawning mind fraggers. Yeah, I am looking forward to fighting you, buddy. Okay. Final push. We have found a lair, which has become the host of the primary Acheron lab specimen. In order to devise a permanent cure against the corruption strain, we must infiltrate the Pandoran lair and obtain a sample from the spawnery. After killing it, of course. Found a corrupted lair. Excellent. So that is as far away as it could possibly be in South America. But that's where we're going to have to send the A-team next, I think. Alright, and they're still healing. Still waiting for their grenades to replenish. Over here... Right, we never moved these guys on. These guys should just be exploring here.
The Jericho Haven is under attack.
And we have a invasion. Alright. Unfortunately, it's all the way on the other side of the world. Plus it's at like the ravaged New Jericho sites. I guess we're sending the A-team that way. How are you guys doing? Could be better. If it's up to 500, yeah, I guess that's good enough. We'll send you. I don't think you'll make it in time. But then we'll at least be in range of the corrupted area. Right, over on this side, we want to get this exploration going. And waiting for the other teams to arrive. Tech for food. And then the idea was after tech for food, we were going to head back over to Sanhedrin. I think we'll just let it run.
Research complete.
New Jericho advancements in robotics have dramatically improved the efficiency of automated factories and fabrication plants. Trial runs indicate a potential 50% increase in productivity. And yet another Anu site. We also have a scavenging site we could send these guys to. For now, we're going to keep exploring. Still trying to open a way to Anu here. Oh, did we do it? Yes, we did. We have an opening. All right, so that's the C team. They're not doing that, but you know what? We are immediately going to divert the B team over that way because that is an important mission to pick up. Carrier, you're going to head that way as well. We do have a Sanhedrin site. Maybe it's worth stopping there first just to see if it's tradable. And we will start this exploration. We got the Gungnir finished finally, so we should get the armors we've been waiting for and get some of our grenades finally. What is going on here? Destroy enemy aircraft. Threat level extreme. We don't have any weapons. We're gonna disengage there. I guess that's here. That's interesting. Oh, right. There is a aircraft there. Okay, so we have to send something with weapons down there. I think our weapons are sitting on tenuous still, right? Can I select you, please? Yeah. Okay, tenuous will finish his mission and then maybe head down there to... I think there's one sitting here as well. So yeah, we gotta clean those up. All right, you two... You did disengage, yeah, so you're going to random sites. I suppose what we're doing with you guys... Wow, you're still disengaging. Let's trade for tech. This is food for tech. No, materials for tech. Good deal. We have more tech down here we can pick up. But we're not going to trade. We're going to actually send you down tenuous to deal with that thing. And then these two, I guess you should probably chase that. I don't want to do that scavenging mission with the C team. I think I'm going to send the C team back home to start getting, to make sure they're outfitted. We're going to skip this mission for now. That might be the mission they do, but let's head them home and make sure they're all ready, rested and ready to go first. They are looking rested, but these guys need some... yeah, I don't know. I'm scared of sending them into a mission, honestly. Things are just too dangerous. This is Carrier heading to Sanhedrin. That is inaccessible coming. This was Scout arriving here. Tenuous is coming down. Where's the masked Manticore and how is this haven doing? We lost that haven, that's too bad. Masked Manticore is still like hours away. Guess we should really just have a squad in the Eastern Hemisphere or Western Hemisphere. So I guess we'll send them to this facility. We should also go ahead and probably repair this vehicle bay now that we have the cash, just so they can get repaired there. We'll send them there. Alright, that's C-Team arriving back at base, right? Yes.
Haven destroyed.
Okay, there's the Haven loss. That's too bad. Okay, C-Team back at base. There is a training facility here, or no, we're bringing training facility up here. 7 hours left. Okay, so yeah, you guys aren't going to benefit from that. In fact, I think what I should really be doing, I really don't want to do these 2 missions next. I want to do this one next, so I'm just going to leave them there. Let the B team here catch up and head to that mission next. We'll check the trade situation here. It's a 4 for 5, 2 for 9 for food. Not a good trade site. Let's send you there and let's let this go. Alright, we'll read that when our next ship arrives. This is tenuous, I guess tenuous for some reason. Intercept enemy aircraft. There we go. Okay, we're gonna battle here. This is a Ninurta's mace, which is short range, I think? 800 range. Okay, never mind, that's long range. 1600. So we have a chance of taking out the weapons. We want to destroy the Oracle so that there's no psychic guidance, and then we'll be able to avoid these with our evasion. So we're going to attack that first. Let's go and battle. How do we do this? It's been so long, I forgot. Q, W there. Both of them firing at that thing. Should take it out quick. Maybe. Okay, I think they're going to take out the guidance before it's too dangerous. Yeah, one more shot. Okay, and then we'll switch the weapons after that to these. Oh, we missed, of course. One more there. Okay. Now they're both on this. Getting the misses. Don't like it. Okay, and then we're gonna evade those as soon as they get close. Evade. There we go. Okay, that one's down. Let's take out the other weapon. Okay, just enough time that we evaded those also. There we go. Weapons down. Got it. No damage. If we don't run out of ammo. And this is one of the final remnants of the Festering Skies. I think there's one more on the map. Fantastic. Okay, and then we can send you back to trading, but before we do that, I think I'm going to send you here to take out the other one. Hopefully we arrive here first. Warthog body armor complete. Let's intercept this other enemy aircraft here. And this should be the same exact mission. I think we have enough ammo. So, unless we miss a lot, we can speed this up a little bit. Alright, one more shot should do it. Oh, wasted a shot, I think. And evade. Let's switch over to the other one. Ouch, took some damage there. Actually, it looks like we evaded. Great. Missing a lot. One more shot should do it. There we go. Okay, didn't take any damage, but we do want to head back to base to rearm. Although, I don't think there's any other enemy aircraft. Still rearm, just in case.
Construction complete.
And here we go. Tenuous was rearmed. We'll send the Tenuous back out to do some trades. And this should be our mission finally. Great. Second initiation exploration site. Instead of understanding that survival now depends on adaptation and cooperation, these raiders have kept up the ways of the old world, greed and conflict. They've been attacking havens, hoarding stolen supplies, and causing problems for everyone with their unrelenting selfishness. The Exalted has decided that this must stop. Alright, it is the B team with Charlie. Charlie is immediately going to heal. We're not going to upgrade Charlie at all. We're going to be fighting raiders, it sounds like, so maybe another set of grenades, some more crossbow ammo. We did have this crossbow ammo with him last time, which wasn't the right type. And next is Citizen Eileen. She is ready to go. It looks like 30 skill points. Citizen Eileen is waiting for Vanish. Let's grab Vanish for her. Also, check Corruption, 2 of 8, she's good, 2 of 18. Tyzok, I think Tyzok could use a regular grenade. 19 skill points, I think it might be time to bump your willpower. Strength is actually pretty low, let's bump strength instead. Mist, sporting the Danchev, loving that weapon. You can bump your strength. And I don't think you need a flame grenade. Okay, Jen. Also don't think you need a flame grenade. You do want the Gungnir instead of the Pythagoras. Although in this case, Pythagoras might make more sense, but let's make sure you've got the ammo. We've also got a motion detection module we could hand out to one of these. Might make the most sense to put that on Tyzok. And then any more points we want to spend on Jen? Jen's got 40. I guess we're saving to double class Jen. Rather than save, let's just go do that now before I forget. We'll make her him an infiltrator as well. Seems to be the standard for my snipers. Bombardier might be nice. Is that weapon? Oh, I thought it was for throwing. Sneak attack, that's really what we want to be making sure they have. Alright, and that's the team. I think everyone's ready. They're also bringing Scooby. Scooby's a little damaged, but not too much. Hey, join me next time. We will finally do our Anu diplomacy mission. Finally get allied, not allied, but aligned with Anu, who we've been lagging behind because of a weird start. Hope you join me next time. Thanks so much for watching this one, and I'll see you then. Bye for now.